Alright, are we ready for the tier list? I sure am. How do we start? We start with 20 Minutes Till Dawn. I mean, it's a great game, I like it. It's a bullet heaven, reverse bullet hell. This is a good game. It's chill. Well, not chill, but it's good. But I do have to say, it's okay. It's like a Vampire Survivors inspired thingy, and I think I'm gonna actually place 20 Minutes Till Dawn in the B tier for myself. Still a great game, but I do think we have a lot of other things on the list that is very, very hard. Then we have our tiers. Yes, plus must play. Like, those are my favorite of games. Then we have the S tier, which is just good games. Like, really good games that you play, and just I would recommend getting those and playing those. Then we have the A standard middle ground games. The B tier is okay. And the D tier, which is just like really I do have to say it's not my cup of tea. Some others might really enjoy the games of in the D tier, but they aren't for me. I have tried them probably, but they really aren't for me. Then we have Among Us. I do have to say I really like the idea of social deduction games, but the problem is the execution always. Like, try to find like how many people, like at least 8 people that are like somewhat competent in taking it everything serious with your friends. Try to have like a few serious rounds where everything is working is really hard, but when it does work pretty good. If I would place it in the B tier behind 20 Minutes Till Dawn. Backpack Hero. I do have it, and I've played the demo a lot, but I do have to be honest, it's really not my cup of tea. I bought it. It's great, but I really have not touched it as much. I can quickly check how many hours I have on Backpack Hero. I have 4.5 hours currently on Steam. A lot more on the demo, but yeah. Then we have Balloons, which is, in my opinion, one of the better ones past our defense games, Bloons TD6. I have not played the different Bloons, but I like it. It's good. It's chill for every now and then to play some Bloons. It's okay. 20 Minutes deserves an A. I mean, it might. I honestly might put it in like lower A tier. Then we have Brotato. I honestly think it's okay. It's good. It's also the same genre as 20 Minutes Till Dawn. But I do have to say it's probably even less my type. But I still like the idea of it. It's still a good idea to have like honey potato with guns, and yeah. Next on to Carrion. Carrion is like interesting because you play like a giant global biomutant mass, and I did get it as a gift, I have to be honest, when it got it released, and everyone was like talking about it, playing it on stream, and be like, ooh, look at this cool indie game, you're playing like a giant mass that is like eating people and everything. And I have it finished and everything, but I'll do have to be honest, it left me a tiny bit on a sour note because it just didn't feel great for me. Still might be a good game for a lot of other people. Like, again, the D tiers is just like a personal preference. Those are still good games, but it's a personal preference. I just have to clarify that. It's very important to clarify that. Core Keeper is standard solid middle ground. I still would place it a tiny bit in front of 20 Minutes Till Dawn. It's like, Core Keeper feels like if Terraria and Stardew Valley had a little child, and that's basically how it feels. It's really nice if you have some friends and you can explore the world, and then you go mining and build your tiny base, and it's great. That's why it's an A tier. Alright, now we go over to Dead Cells. I do have to say, I know a lot of people that love Dead Cells. Like, Dead Cells is loved by many, but I do have to say I have around about 20 hours in it. I did enjoy it, but I did not get fully into the groove of Dead Cells. Still wouldn't place it like in front of Among Us and in front of Potato, but it still isn't. It's okay. It's okay. As the tier says, it's okay. Next on we go to DRG. We Rock and Stone. Let me put my mic a tiny bit closer. And then be like, we Rock and Stone. Is standard good middle ground. I do place it behind Core Keeper though. I know, again, a lot of people love those games and everything, but it's okay. It's good. Doki Doki, clearly S tier for me. I don't want to say much about Doki Doki. It's high S tier. Not S plus yet. Maybe it is S plus. I can't. I'll maybe have to reevaluate some things later, but it's definitely S tier. Don't Starve. Don't Starve is weird. Let me put it in a standard middle ground too. Don't Starve is a good game. Don't Starve is great. Like, it's good. It's a standard middle ground. I should play it more, but having playing it with friends, learning the basics and everything is great. It's a great survival game. It really is. Let's continue with Dorfromantik, a German puzzle game, which is pretty cute, pretty cool. It has like a 6x6 tile set, and then you can like spin them around, and I like it. But it's only okay. It's like I think a B spot is good, but again, there aren't really any bad games on this list. I do have to be honest. Next on we have Dungreed. Is S tier. I really like the game. It was so much fun to play. I put it in like a lower S tier, middle S tier. I'll have to reevaluate some things later again, but yeah. FEZ of Pets. Honestly, I have to say it's not my cup of tea as well. Like, I've played it a bit. I've played a bit around. It was cute and everything, but it did not really fit my cup of tea. Next on we have Forager. Forager is interesting. Like, I've played it on the Switch a lot, so I can't really check the time I have in it. But I've played it excessively for like 2 to 3 days, and it was great. It was fun, but yeah, I think I'm going to rate it in B tier. It was great when I played it, but it felt a bit lackluster in the end. So I'm probably gonna place it a tiny bit behind Dead Cells. Again, all those are great games. I like them. FTL is S tier. I like it. I think FTL is one of my most played games on Steam. I have 150 hours in an indie game like this. It's just great. I like it. Haven. Haven is a interesting co-op game. If you have not played Haven yet, like, take your significant other, take your SO, and you only need like 1 copy of the game, and then you can play together and like local co-op, or you use Steam Remote Play together and play it. It's great. I like it. It's cute. It's from an indie team. It is just nice. I really enjoyed playing it. So it's going into the A tier, standard middle ground. It was good. Gauge is shit, at least S tier. Now I have to say I'm gonna place it in A tier, like in top A tier. I'm gonna place it in top A tier. Then we have Helltaker, a very short puzzle game. People are really obsessed with like some Rule 34 art on it and stuff like that. But I do have to say it's not my cup of tea. Like, it's cool and everything, but like the art and everything, but that's about it, to be honest. Like, gameplay is, yeah, like just a short puzzle game. It's for free. Try it out if you haven't though. Hammerwatch. Ooh, Hammerwatch. Hammerwatch goes into S tier. A tiny bit behind Dungreed though. Yeah, I think that is good. Alright, here we go. Hollow Knight, our first S plus title. I don't have to say much about it. Let's just do it. Just play it. Must play. do it. Moa's Tray. S tier. I like it. It's a really cute story-driven game. Like, it's exactly my cup of tea. Really cool boss fights, really cool art style. A lot of love in Moa's Tray. Monster Train. Ooh, Monster Train. Is Monster Train S plus tier? I think it is. I think Monster Train is S plus tier. Monster Train is heavily inspired by some other game on the list that isn't placed yet. But I think, as Luna is saying in the chat right now, easily best deck building roguelike out of there. I agree. I really love Monster Train. Great game. Best card game in my opinion. Next up we have Necess. Necess was good. Felt like a little bit of a mixture between RimWorld and Terraria. Was good. I think it is a solo dev work. For a solo dev, this thing is great. Don't get me wrong. It's a really good game. But maybe we move it like here in Necess. Like here, I think is good. Between Among Us and Forager. Nova Drift. Same here. It's good. It's like Asteroids, but cool. I like it. Really cool, neat game. Omno. Omno, in and of itself, was a good experience, but I do have to put it in D tier, because if you not get what the fuck easy ass Asteroids roguelike with unlocks as a mage, I am sorry, Luna. This is my tier list. You can do the same tier list afterwards if you really want to. Yeah, no. Again, back to Omno. Omno in and of itself is a good game. It is really short. It's from a German dev, I think. The problem only really is that I can check really quick on Steam. The game in and of itself costs $18 or 18 euros, which is really long for a 3-hour game experience. Like it's like feels like Journey, but like for a 3-hour experience and paying 18 euros without like a discount is really a lot for a game like this, I have to be honest. Now, into our next S tier. I will also actually place it above Hollow Knight this time. I'll do have to be honest. Omari, wonderful game. Wait, I'm not saying more. It's great. By far my favorite RPG game, and the story is just fucked up game with lots of content warnings, but otherwise good. Yeah, it's be careful when you play it though. Keep yourself safe, please. When you play it, get yourself a blanket, a hot chalky, and then same with One Shot. I'll do have to actually place One Shot above Omari. Those are like all I can't comprehend how great they are. I just really love One Shot. All the really story-driven games in here really made me tear up, like the ones that are in here. Next one we have Eden. I do think I'm gonna place it in lower A tier, like one step from Eden. It's good. It's a standard middle ground. It's cool, but not as much my game, but I have played it, I enjoyed it. The Holy Grail goes to S plus, and I hope you know the warning, but if you have not played it, oh wait, wrong. If you have not played it yet, you have not played Outer Wilds yet, do it. Do it now. Go to Steam. You know the drill. Go and play it. Alright. Back to business. Power Simulator. It's a good game, standard middle ground. I would place it. It's fun. It's like. Yeah, I think he is good. Ringworld. I do want to play more of it. I have not played a lot. Therefore, I have a little bit going on my avatar there. Oh. Nothing happened. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright. Yeah, let's do it again. Where were we? Power Wash Simulator goes between One Step from Eden and 20 Minutes Till Dawn. Like it. It's good. It's cute. Power Wash is just really good at delivering exactly what you expect from this title. Yes, exactly. It does deliver. It does do exactly what it's saying. You're just power washing stuff. And I like power washing stuff. It's good. And next we have Brain World. I think Brain World is like a standard middle ground. I want to play more Brain World. I do have to play more, but it's really frustrating. So I'll have to see how I'm doing it. RimWorld. Ooh, RimWorld is interesting. I think RimWorld is honestly not that much not my cup of tea. Probably in front here. Like this. But mods and community. Yes, it's really good. It's a good game, but it really is not my cup of tea. I have played it a lot, and you can get sucked into it really, really easily, but it really is not my cup of tea. Risk of Rain easily S+ here. I'm a little bit conflicted of putting it in front or behind Hollow Knight. I think I'm gonna place it behind Hollow Knight though. I do have to be honest, I'm gonna place it behind Hollow Knight. Shapes. Shapes is good. Shapes is A tier. Shapes is good. Standard middle ground. There's gonna be a sequel soon to Shapes. There is going to be a sequel soon. Slay the Spire is S tier. I do have a lot of hours in it too. I'm gonna place it a tiny bit in front of FTL. The Slawmancer. It's like an ARPG where really most of what you do is defined by your weapon and basically all you level up is your weapon. It's okay. I'm gonna place it in front of Among Us. Soulstone Survivor is A tier. Is above 20 Minutes Till Dawn and is probably gonna stop here. Stardew Valley S+, but it's gonna be behind here. Subnautica, high S tier. What the fuck, Subnautica isn't an F for fuck off. Thalassophobia tier. No, there is no Thalassophobia tier. I do not have Thalassophobia. Next up, Terraria S+, in front of Stardew Valley. Probably even in front of Risk of Rain. It's just good. It's like, one might not even consider it an indie game anymore, but it's like made by a small company. Timberborn. Timberborn is okay. Timberborn is okay, so it's a cute city builder with water and have your little beavers work. Alright, next up we have Tunic. Tunic is S tier. But we're in S tier. I haven't finished it yet, obviously, but I'm gonna place it in like, ooh, yeah, between FTL and Slay the Spires. I think a wonderful spot for it. Next up we have Underhero. Honestly, it felt super clunky to play when I played it. Like the platforming is super clunky and not my cup of tea. But some things in this game that I don't want to spoiler, obviously, did make up for it, therefore it's actually going into A tier. Lower A tier. Next up we have Undermine. Ooh. I do have to say it's a good roguelike overall. But it's really just okay for me. It really is just okay for me, sadly. I want to enjoy it more, but it's just okay for me. So I'm gonna place it a bit above between Forager and Nisses. Valheim is easily an S tier. I think behind FTL is good. And last but not least, we have Wallworld, a tiny indie game similar to Dome Keeper, if you've heard of it. But Wallworld is basically just like, instead of like being on a flat surface, you're like on a giant wall, and then you have like a spider that is like crawling along. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cute too. So I liked it. So it's a standard middle ground as well in front of here. All right, here we are. Our finished tier list. Ta-da-da-da! To be fair, every game in here deserves to exist. All of those are really good games. They're only, no, not only a few. They're all good games. I've played all of them and I've tried them all out and I really like all of those games in here. Some of them more like Outer Wilds, One Shot, Hollow Knight, Risk of Rain. Some of them less, but I still enjoyed playing them to some degree. I did enjoy Rimworld when I played it like for like 2 days permanently. Yeah, this is my final list. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you enjoyed my little tiny itsy bitsy tiny list. Thank you everyone for watching my content, for watching my stream.